Boys. Ooh. Raptors sold, bro. That was a terrible third quarter, man. I mean, they the fact they even made it to Game 7 though, like I'm not too mad. But yeah, that was sad. That was quite sad. Let's go, Bailey. Color. I don't know why every other color just makes me orange. Like I gotta figure the color situation out. We good, brother. We good. Appreciate you. Was good, RS. Didn't know you watched basketball. Who's your team? Well, I'm from Toronto, so obviously Toronto. But I'm rooting for Detroit. I wouldn't be mad if LeBron won. Can't be mad if LeBron wins. Appreciate you, Ryuk. Yeah, man. Detroit got the job done. Pistons or Cavs, bro. Because Cavs beat Toronto, I hope Pistons absolutely wipe them, bro. Now, I've never been to UK. I do have some family there, though. Past 15 minutes just been BS manipulation. Brother, past 15 minutes, the market hasn't even opened. Don't worry about stuff like that. It doesn't affect your business. What? Oh, no, it doesn't. It's just, I don't like looking at it when it's so, like, yellow. Like, I want to see, like, a cool, smooth background. Not like a yellow. Is it an ant? It is an ant, yes. Ant and two cousins, I guess. Your bias for today? Today we have a range day bias. White not smooth enough. It comes out weird, like because I need to I have a monitor light right here that needs to be on. Otherwise, it'll be too dark no matter what. So I have to pair that with a background that like if I go white and white, then it'll just be dark on the camera. Like it won't be bright. So it's like weird. It's a really weird lighting situation. Bias is range. I had a full market plan. Let me post it in here. The unemployment claims you asked me about. It's whether they put it as red or orange doesn't really matter. It's not going to be the most important news driver. So okay, I believe if I click this, and then boom, there you go. The game plan for today. I always post my stuff on Twitter, guys. You know where? It's definitely not her because I don't think she works at a cafe, and she's not from Toronto. But they live in Liverpool. What's good, Vigo? First day, first full week of May. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I like the red in the red folder. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be red, but they always change stuff. Like consumer sentiment used to also be red. Now they made it orange. Orange is still important. A lot of people think like red is the only thing that matters. But red, orange folder news is also pretty important. What's good? What's good, Corey? Long bias. I mean, going into open, I want to align higher because I think the targets are more obvious, and this low is relatively protected. Maybe too slim. I mean, wait, was it? Yeah, I think it is Liverpool. It says possible it was Manchester, but I think it was Liverpool. I think it's Liverpool. Um. Anyways, me open up my journal here. And yeah, today, the game plan's pretty simple. I mean, what's good, Shay? Pretty easy plan today. I mean, market open, we're gonna align long. If we can even see something like take out these lows, long from there, I would do it. CRT 1 hour 789. Sure, you can. Sure, yeah. Today bank holiday? Today is not a bank holiday. No. Maybe where you live, but it's not a U.S. bank holiday. Look low pre-market. Pre-market low would be right here. 7:30. What's the bias today? The game plan's right here, brother. Hopefully you can see it all. I would say it, but then people are just going to keep asking, so I'll just leave it there. Do you still trade the New York reversal and the New York protractor models, or do you just look for them but trade the 930 model? New York reversal and New York protraction, it's the same. That's the framework, right? Am I looking for a continuation of London or a reversal? Okay, that's what the framework. My execution is going to be 9:30 because, well, I always wait till 9:30 open. Risk plan, I'm open to losing 2R today. That's the maximum. A lot of people don't like the Monday on this week, but for me, no news Monday, NFP week, I love that Monday personally. I think it offers a pretty good range typically, and usually there's a pretty good setup, return to open or a range bound. So I'm not expecting a trend day, but I'm expecting a range bound narrative for sure. So let's just make sure we follow our model, follow the game plan, and see what the market wants to give us today. That's all we have to accomplish today. Bullish or bearish? I'm neutral today. Going to be looking for range bound setups. Going into the open, I'd want to align long. I wouldn't short unless we got above 2-day or took out an all-time high. And I would consider an all-time high short today, but we'll see how it goes, obviously. I'd prefer longing to all-time high rather than shorting from, but I'd be open to both today. Be open to both. Today's pretty easy game plan. I don't see myself making any mistakes. It's pretty obvious what I'm looking for. It's pretty obvious what the targets can be. Just make sure we, push the button when the model forms, if it forms. Don't chase any trades. Don't force any trades. Don't lose more than 2R max. And if we win, we're just going to walk away with the profits most likely. And that's it. Very simple. Should be an easy day. Easy day today. I don't see how we can mess up. Make sure the setup is clear and obvious. Drop down to the 1 minute. So we have these equal lows. Gonna remove this. You guys need that still? I'll leave it for a bit, I suppose. Cool. Seems like we're ready. Alpha Futures, if you guys don't know, they released a brand new plan and it's 25% off. There won't be a better sale than it. And I'll be honest, I'd probably not use it unless you got the 25% off. So if you plan on ever using it, now's your chance. Otherwise, I'd probably just stick to the 0 for alpha because 25% off makes a big difference. Bias is right there. You can see the little white square. Tells you exactly what you need. You still need 5 winning days. That's the payout requirement. Yeah. As soon as you get your 5 winning days, you're eligible. The nice part is there's no consistency rule. So you can literally win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, request payout, right? So it doesn't matter how much money you've made on the account. As soon as you get 5, you're eligible. That's kind of amazing for me. I was trading Lucid accounts for about 2 months, and although we never got to build a buffer and scale, if they were alpha premiums, that would have been 2 payouts for me. So because we had like 12 winning days on those accounts. So I really like it. I think it's very beneficial to my trading style. Does ICT work on stocks? Yes, but you really want to look at the like I don't think there's enough volume or clarity intraday to day trade stocks with ICT. I think it's very manipulative. But long term, you're looking at discount levels. You're looking at imbalances. You're looking at liquidity pools, right? And that stuff matters for sure. I would just use a very daily, weekly, or monthly chart, and I wouldn't go lower than that. Bias right here in the white square. ICT is just naming things that already exist. It doesn't really matter to me whether it's stolen or not. I personally don't believe it is, but maybe some of the stuff, but again, it doesn't really matter to me. Pistons did it, man. That's what I want to see in my chat right now. Pistons did it. 3-1 reverse. So did the 76ers. Crazy. You're trying to switch from Forex? Well, do you mean stocks or futures? Futures for sure. But stocks, like individual stocks, I mean, for me, that's more of like a long-term thing. Bullish or bearish? I'm neutral. I'm happy to go either side. But right now, if I'm going to do anything, I mean, if we swept out this high and broke down, I would target those equal lows. And if we went down, swept out those equal lows, and broke up, I would target the highs. Because I think both of those objectives will be engaged with today. So I'm happy with either. Let's just say hypothetically we got 50 times 2. So a 50-point stop would be 5 cons. So Lakers in 5. Brother, I know it's like a nice story. Like LeBron's on the come up. They beat the Rockets. Brother, OKC's a whole different beast. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if OKC just 4-0s. Yeah, like, if I'm being honest, I don't even know if Lakers can get one. I don't even with Luka. How do you determine a range-bound bias? We have NFP later in the week. It's a no-news Monday. And typically Mondays themselves are not too quite expensive. So, are you sad about the Raptors? Yeah, I am sad, honestly. I wasn't expecting them to win the whole thing, but I wanted to watch more Raptors basketball. I didn't want it to be over just yet. I really wanted them to advance to round 2 at least. Do you think NWalk should be ignored once it gets filled? No, definitely not. Definitely should not be ignored. You watch any baseball? I have been yeah. I mean, I watched during the playoffs too. I mean, primarily just the Blue Jays, if I'm being honest. But I do see it on, and I'll watch here and there. It's actually pretty interesting. You determine bias from time-related events rather than just price itself. Well, both. It's both. But today it's very clear. Like, whenever there's a no news Monday, I'm pretty much going to be neutral and expect a range day bias. In terms of price, there's nothing too clear that would indicate a range day bias. The benefit of having range day bias is I can still take longs to the open, and maybe we are just bullish, right? It's safe either way. So just because I don't expect a trend, like I can be wrong about it being range day, but still take the right trade at the right time. Just simply, I won't be holding it as longer. So I just don't want to. I don't want to say like, okay, wait for manipulation, and then that's it. Only long, rest of the day, nothing else. I know ICT said small org means tough conditions, but in my backtest last 4 years, I hadn't really found that being consistent. You don't need buffer in the premium account. Thoughts on Shohei being the GOAT? Bro, he might be like the best athlete of all time. Like, you compare him to LeBron James. Maybe not now, but in like 10 years. Bron needs Luca. Bron needs Luca and another center. How many counts do you trade? Depends. Anywhere from I don't think I've ever. I don't. It's been a while since I went lower than 5, but anywhere from like 5 to 15. Depends. I don't think I've ever had more than 15. Actually, I had 17 once. 17, I guess, would be my max. How did I mark out org low when we don't even have 930 open? Let's wait for the opening range gap here. I think we're opening lower. Oh no, we opened higher. Just quickly on ES, same thing. Wait, ES. Wait, the gap is like different on either. Am I tripping? Yeah, it's on ES. On NQ we gapped down or gapped up, and on ES we gapped down. This needs to be a little brought down and right. Okay, see that overlap? I really don't like that off the open quadrants. Now, had we taken out this high, also shouldn't my SMT indicator be working right now or something? Isn't there an SMT here? Had we taken out this high, I would have considered getting in short to these equal lows. Just 930 classic off the open. Right now, I'm looking at these lows as a drawn liquidity. Here. I don't know about that, Sonu. Nothing. It doesn't. I'm just saying. I don't know if that's relevant. What is opening range gap? Don't see it on Propfirms. What? Opening range gap is a concept that's been used for a very long time. It's simply the difference in price between where we opened today and where we closed yesterday. With pen, this is a water bottle. You thought I was talking about it? I don't. Oh, you thought this was like a? I don't know. It was water. I'm trying to drink more water. I think this could flush lower. Um, a lot of overlap off the open already. Like I don't think there's anything clear off the open. So what do we do when there's nothing clear off of the open? We simply wait for the first macro, 950, and that was already a part of my game plan, which was to look for high probability 30-minute power of 3 model, or just wait for the macro. So that's what we're gonna wait for, and I think we can come here. So we'll just watch that. See if it wants to go down there. To me, it looks pretty heavy, but it's too early to get anything clear. YM kind of moving a little bit higher. It's just a really sloppy. This is a sloppy range. I'd really want to see it take out a side first. Yeah, you don't want to be going in short here or anything like that. So I'm open to taking 2% loss today. Um, so let's be patient. Make sure we take high probability trades. Follow the game plan. Um, we have true day open above. This could be a target for me for sure, especially with the buy side here. I'd really want to see a run lower. So something like what I'm looking for right now is something like this. I could get in long, or something like this, and I can get in short. This may need to see a little bit more exaggerated move higher. What's the SMT indicator called? I'm not sure how good it is. This one is called um, SMT3, I guess. This one, SMT3. I'm not sure if it's working because it's not even working because no, I guess that never. Oh, do I? It's working. There's just no SMTs here. Friday, Oregon never got filled. That could be something for sure. Correlation just NQ and ES. So I would expect that if we trade here, that this could be something that delivers this. I think this could be a 9:30, 30-minute idea. If we trade it down here, forming like 15-second OB. I wouldn't take this trade. Let's call it something like this. Like, I think this is a very high probability 1R setup. No closure. The closure. It would really just be like a nice 15-second model idea. I'm questioning a 1R. I took it from here. I could rather just save my trade for something. I really like it in terms of just following the current order flow. Oh, it chills 15-second SMTs. Oh, this is the 1-minute chart. 15-second. Like, I'm seeing this as an order block. Yeah, too sloppy. Okay, we wait. Most boring market open compared. Yeah, I think we just wait for the macro here. It's not showing anything clear at all. Good, Roddy. The fact we got above here, I'd want to see this continue and take this out, ideally. What time are macros and micro? I don't know what micro is, but macro would be 9:50 to 10:10. In that time interval, I want to scout a setup. Tradeify lightning, you're gonna need a buffer, yeah. I'm really sure that I'm not gonna lose today. I'm not gonna trade. There you go, man. First days, good. T on the 9:30 candle. Immediately overlapped. Look how brutal that is. I'll be most likely on Nasdaq today. Probably shouldn't trade this chop. I really do feel like this can just flush, but I might get chopped out. Let's wait for the macro. I'm on the accounts today. Immediately overlapping. It's very range bound right now. Just gotta wait. We're doing longs or shorts today. I'm actually happy with either. Um, if this, then that. So if the market was to continue lower here, sweep the sell side, I could get in long. Or vice versa. If we were to sweep the minor high, break down lower, I'd also short. Right now, this and this are my main two targets, and I think both will be taken. So we're going to be waiting for that. Yeah, don't want to get chopped up here. So far, I think we've done a good job not taking a loss. I mean, the 1 minute, there's pretty much nothing clear whatsoever in terms of pushing the button. 15 second, and I see some opportunity in the, we swept, SMT, breakdown, but that's 15-second stuff. And when the market's going sideways, I mean, that's not the right time to go to the 15-second. I cannot vouch for this indicator. I don't even know if it's working properly. I mean, it seems to be doing a decent job. It's called SMT3, I think, this SMT3. I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's good or not. You entered sideways, that's okay. You follow your plan and then you trade, you do your best, right? At the end of the day, all we can do as traders is our best. And then you journal and reflect later, right? You journal and reflect that you say, you know what, I entered and now that I'm thinking about it, it didn't look like it was the cleanest. The indicator name? It's on TradingView, yeah. 6 a.m. I don't think anything impactful happened at 6. Oh, this? Yeah, that might be something. 200 points. Yeah, that's got to be something. I can check. I can check. It's probably something. I want to see this go up. Seeing some missile threats. Yeah, it's missiles. Two missiles hit warship near Jask Island after it ignored Iran's warnings. Yeah. Oil pumped. $2.10. Okay, that's a first fair value gap potentially. I would want to see this go higher. Clear the highs. There we go. Cleared out the highs. Now I'd want to see, an inversion here. There's SMT there, like that. Don't immediately overlap. Getting him short off this inversion looks like a death wish. 942, a little bit early. Bit early. 30-second chart. We'll see how it forms. I like the SMT. It's a little bit outside the macro. I'm just going to hope it doesn't inverse. If it does, I may engage. It's actually a pretty decent risk to reward setup. See what happens. Check YM. I mean, YM is also pivoting lower, and if I look at dollar is moving lower. I am bullish on the week overall. I don't think we'll see that much move higher today. I'm not seeing any speed after running that high, so to me, that kind of indicates that we may not be in a rush to go anywhere. AMD bull or bearish today? AMD, why are you spamming? I like what's happening right now a lot. Nice. Appreciate you. I don't know what to call you. I lead Mike. Appreciate you. What's good, Yadin? Yeah, don't think I would take this short anymore. I mean, I don't mind price action like this because like it's not faking me out. Like it's screaming to me that it's don't trade me. And I don't mind that. The only price action I don't like is when you get a really good setup in a model, you take the trade, and then you get stopped, and then later on in the session it plays out the same model. It's just like tricky. Where there's a lot of displacements that are convincing, and it's an SMT indicator. I'm not sure how good it is. Don't quote me. If this next candle was to really get ecstatic, say below ORIC 50, I mean, I could engage even at a 55 point stop, like here. I may engage. Like that's bad price action. It's like where it's going, but it keeps presenting setups that fail, and then it goes. And it's kind of like you have to be really picky, and like you have to really know to be really in sync with what you see, and just that's difficult. When you have to be like on top of it, very like clear about what's likely to happen. Um, this is easy. This is easy price action. This is like I don't know what the hell's going on. It's clear as day. Don't touch. So we're waiting for the macro, and then 10 a.m. will be the next time of interest for me. Looks like we'll make a higher high. So what I want to see now is either this run up to true day open. I don't trust any of these lows in here. Possible that's could be a low of day. I mean, it is first 30 minutes below both opening prices. If we got really aggressively bullish here, like we could take a deeper protraction to true day open. I'm looking at it now, and it's kind of looking like that's a possibility. I even see a protraction here. Something like this. Not the worst trade idea I've ever seen. I could even get in now. The question is, does ES have what it takes to rally higher? Maybe if we get a nice closure here. Not the best macro protraction, but we respected that. Maybe 3 minute. Wait for the 3 minute close. Kind of just like a breakout play, really. I mean, 3 minute close. I think this is something we just watch. We just watch. True day open is midnight. Midnight open. 8:30 would be 8:30 right here. I think this is just a setup we watch, not execute. Could go up, could come back down. I don't think it's too blatantly obvious. If there was a cleaner protraction, I'd be more interested. These SMTs, I wish like these ones weren't here. Like I just need the extreme ones, like. I don't like the indicator, but it also helps me because then I don't have to keep looking at ES. The second protraction model here could potentially be something of interest. If we close above, that would be a little bit more confirmation that we could just flush higher. I think the 30-second chart's actually pretty clean in comparison to the others. If we get a strong close here, I don't think I'd be opposed to it. If it closes above, Maybe we wait for the 1 minute. Take it as a 1R. 1R to true day open potentially. Doesn't look like it's gonna close strong though. Looks like it's wicking. This candle can really flip and just start pivoting higher, then I'd be interested. But no, looks like it's gonna close not strong. So we're gonna fade that setup. And at this point, probably just fade any setup higher for now. I'm watching this candle. See, now all my drawings are not being sent to the back. We got a strong flush here. I could execute that breaker. 44-point stop. And then run it to the sell side. That'd also be something of interest. Not seeing the speed that I would require to trust the setup. NY.AM is retracing. Dollar index. I'm disappointed looking at dollar today. Make this a neutral color. Yeah, I don't see anything clear. I'm flip-flopping, which I know is not good. You're in longs. I don't think it's a bad play. I think true day open is a good draw on liquidity always. And it's possible that these lows can be intact. It's possible. I don't see anything. It would have been a lot easier if we took out the lows, I agree. The RTH. I mean, we did see some RTH sell side. There is an SMT there. That low could be protected. I mean, I may opt to hop in this now, potentially. Now that we swept the low, made a potentially higher high. Treat this as a bullish order block. Risk on that, 34 to 50. In the macro protraction, I could trust it. Let's see if it makes a higher high, and I'll buy the strength. I want to buy this. Whoops, 30-second order block. We'd have to close above. And I could even put an entry at 894. Just the full mitigation is 35 on our trade setup. I don't think it's a bad trade setup. It's in the macro, which I like. I'll see how the next couple of candles print. I may have to cancel this order. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that. Kills the narrative immediately for me there. Like that was like it either goes right now or it's simply not a good trade idea. Back to annotating this as a potential breaker. Doesn't mean I'm bearish. Just means we made a lower low. Still don't see anything clear. We have old RTH buy side here. I'd want to see that engaged. Whoa, we're really behind on ES. NQ's a lot more bullish. I have a lot of targets higher, honestly. I think this old RTH high is a really good target. And then obviously, best case scenario, we get maybe a high of day or something. Which is... I just don't want to trade this choppiness. Maybe. It'll be... I think the game plan here is just to wait till 10. Just wait till 10, not even gonna look for it. What do you mean by low being protected? I mean like this we may not revisit this low if we're bullish. How can I unblock my TradingView account if I was blocked due to suspicious activity? I have no idea. You got to message support. I've never heard that before. YM's lower. Yeah, YM's retracing. I'm cooked. Tradeify problem. What happened, brother? What's TP? TP? I'm not even in a trade. I don't know. In my opinion, what I think is gonna happen is we're gonna have a high resistance run towards true day and maybe high of day. That's what I think is gonna happen. That makes it very difficult to put a stop loss right now, which is why I'm not really interested. Holy indecision, Batman. How can a model possibly be used effectively this way? You flip from long to short buys twice each in a matter of 5 minutes. Just because I'm scouting potential ideas and reading price action doesn't mean I've been. You're acting as if I've executed long, short, long, short, long, short. Like, we're just discussing, just going on with, just narrating what I'm seeing in price, right? So, relax. What's your risk per trade? 1%. I got in at 945. You had buy stops placed twice? Yeah, the model didn't form. Very simple, right? Would I have taken it if it formed? Yeah, the model would have formed. The model would have confirmed to me that at that point in time we were likely to move higher. Very simple. I got in at 945. 945. I think it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Just a difficult session. I just blew both my alpha evals for 14 days of inactivity. That's unfortunate. I'd be interested in this. That's unfortunate, brother. I don't even know what to tell you, honestly. I would take a 2-minute order block if it formed within by 9, like on this candle. This is the devil's having price been going higher. I think the market's just going sideways right now. ES looks better, clearer day by day. Even if ES did look cleaner to me, Nasdaq's more bullish today. So higher time frame bias is still bullish. There's no reason to be bearish. Dollar index is weak. And we're doing all-time highs. So if this can really go aggressively, I wouldn't mind getting into a long. It doesn't look like it's going aggressively, so we have no speed factor. We do have an org sponsor, SMT. Really got to see this go quickly. If we can get a strong close here on the 2-minute, I will buy the 2-minute order block, target the true day open. That is something I would do. Nope. Not forming. Seek and destroy. I think this is high resistance. Seek and destroy would have seen, lower lows be made. People who were long early on in the morning are probably, they're still in profit probably, or break even or something. So we haven't really ran any stops besides higher if people were shorting. I don't see who would have been in short yet. So yeah, fade that. Wait till 10. Order blocks is something I never got into. You don't need to get into it. If it's something you want to look into, sure. First presentation after new week opening gap. Not something I use. It'd be this fair value gap right here. Your first imbalance. So the 602 candle or 1802 candle, depending if you're a 12-hour or 24-hour format. I think this is going to be a high resistance chop higher right now. That's what it looks like to me. I won't be able to engage because I can't trust a stop loss anywhere here. So let's wait for 10 a.m. Realistically, I think 10:30 will be potentially a real move. I don't think 10 a.m. will be clear. I think it'll be the first hour of trading at least to get by. We're going to set a range. I still think that low is protected though. The only issue right now in getting in long is there's no stop loss that makes sense. I don't trust this. I don't even trust this. Or this. So if we got a lot of displacement and then a protraction, I could trust that. This is moving pretty strong too. I really want to take coming below 1R. That's 1.2. I like the SMT. Like that fair value gap is something I could potentially buy. No fair value gap formed. I have to keep the stop loss there. So if I wanted 1R, it'd be that. And obviously, high of day is always a possibility. But I think true day opens the easier objective. I'm just watching this right now. Like I'm not really considering putting this on. I'm just watching this trade idea. Because I wouldn't be surprised if it just broke down. Like I'm 50-50, you know? I could long this, target 2-day open. Or if it breaks, I could short it, target the equal low. I'm 50-50. So that'd be a rule break if I got in long. Do I think it could go up? Yeah, I also think it could go down. I don't see anything clear. Wouldn't be happy with myself if I took this trade. YM just had a large displacement lower. That's insightful. 10-minute fair value gap on YM. Yeah, YM actually looks really weak. I may be inclined to get in short here. Dollar index, still very unclear. Just doing its own thing. We took out that RTH liquidity pool, did we? No, we didn't. We left equal highs. I'd want to see a higher high on the NASDAQ still. This displacement lower is too early. I'd want to see it sweep this. And I don't think I can get long until we do sweep this. I mean short, sorry. If we make a higher high and break lower, I would short. So if we got this, I'd short range day model. 3 drives. Never something I really looked into. Don't go out of your way to look for things that you don't use. You know, I mean, I'm not saying you don't use it, but like me, is it 3 drives? Maybe, yes, sure, possibly, yes. But again, I've never used that, never looked into it. I'm not gonna try to rationalize or justify a trade idea because I'm like, oh, it's 3 drives too. You just stick to what you gotta look for, regroup, right? What are we looking for here? We're looking for returns to opening prices. Okay, where are our opening prices? We have 8:30, midnight, and we have opening range gap. Okay, if we are gonna trend, we know high of day is in play. So we can wait for confirmation on that. Like if we get something like this, right? I'll long that to high of day. I don't have to long from here to high of day. If we're just gonna go to true day and break, I mean if we get true day, I'm gonna assume we get up here high of day. As of right now, I think this old RTH buy side liquidity pool right here. Happening here. I don't know why it's being labeled like that. It's right there. I don't know. This is an old PM high. Is it an old PM high? Yeah, your previous PM session high. So I'm not gonna label it at that, but that's your previous PM session high. I feel like that would be something we'd want to engage with before getting in short, and that's also a nice 15-minute SIBI. So that would be something of interest to me, rather than just leaving equal highs there. Otherwise, maybe we could even long to that later on in the session. It won't let me close your trade. What's RTH? RTH is regular trading hours without paying how many days of inactivity? I'm not sure about the inactivity rules, honestly, but I will say if you plan on being inactive, just take even if you just take a trade and close it right away. What's ORB? ORB is something I don't use. What I've been talking about is ORG, which is opening range gap. which is the difference between Friday's closing price and today's opening price. There's a difference. Ready? I'm going to show you. See the gap? I'll go to the 5-second chart so you can actually see it. There's a gap here. Why is there a gap here on the chart? Because on Friday, we finished trading here. And on Monday, today, we opened up here. So there was no trading between 9:30 in the regular session between here and here. So that's a gap, right? So opening range, gap. Or you can call it your RTH gap. I would actually love a little scalp like this. It's not enough risk to reward though. Just because the draw on liquidity is so obvious for me, right there as the RTH buy side, that red line, 27,900. Really confident we go there. Issue is it's just simply like awful risk to reward. Wasn't it long, close for 0.5 R, then like how 10 didn't follow through to the upside. Yeah, nice. Good management. Isn't there an S&T here? No. I expect this to move higher, but not something I would trade. Looking like nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting here for me. I don't think it'll get clear until 10:30 or lunch even. We got to be patient here. Current Propfirms sales, Alpha Futures 25% off, Tradeify 40. I think Apex is still 90. Lucid is 40. In my opinion, right now, the best thing you can do is, well, the best account you can get would be a Alpha Futures premium plan. That plan is honestly really, really good to get your payouts. It's a very payout friendly account. Very payout friendly account. Pretty much no requirements. I mean, you just have to win. No buffer. We have a 4-hour bearish orb. Alpha does not have instant funding. Even if they did, no consistency rule, Woody. No consistency rule. And you're allowed to trade news. Not that I'm supporting it, but I know some people are into that. Does Alpha? No. Even if they did though, they'd have to change the rules. So it's not going to be like their normal easy payouts. It's probably going to be like you have to build buffer, etc., etc. So I don't really like the instant funded accounts. Is there any reason why it slops like this? No. I mean, does the reason matter? It's Monday. Seems like there's not that much interest in the market. That's all. Thoughts on Apex? I love Apex. I think they're very solid. Their main takeaway is if you want to eventually get 20 accounts, that's something to work towards. And that's actually something I'm going to work towards, this year. So, hey, there she goes. There's some volatility. Little news. Never hurt nobody. You got out? Nice. No consistency rules on. Eval is 50%. Funded is no consistency. I just know somebody was long. Someone's always long. So glad I didn't go long. You got stopped. Probably some news came out. I was halfway to SL, then 1 second slap TP. Oh my god, you were short here and it just. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, someone's always long. It's true. Like, it's gonna benefit half the people and it's gonna hurt the other half. I was short. My heart stopped. Oh my goodness. I always want like it's never happened to me. It's never happened to me. But just imagine like you were in long or short, and then just like imagine you were short and then just boom, like like your generation was just like fed for a month or something. Like just all the way 1 second. Like you don't even have to do anything and it just freaking goes like 300 points. And it's just like I mean, that's never. I mean, that's lucky. Like that's lucky. But that's never happened to me. And it probably never will. But just imagine though, someone should be punching a wall right now. It's trading, man. I mean, no one can be mad. It's trading. Sometimes news will be released, and it will destroy you. That's something that needs to be included in your ideologies. That's the kind of luck I think I'll have on Top Step Abundance. I feel you. The wick is bigger on MNQ. It's possible, yeah. Most likely it is. I'm not even gonna switch to the mini. I'm just keeping my life simple. Wouldn't want to get in short now. I'm considering if we inverse. That's a 1R setup, actually. It's a pretty good 1R setup. Such a week's 25. I have to get in 10. If this can come down and give me a 1R fill, I'll execute. I won't take it from all the way up there. It's too high. Not sure if I can get a good fill. Could always do this. Breakaway. No, it's not good. Yeah, I think it's just gone. Whatever. We'll just let it hit the objective. I would have considered that 30-second inversion fair value gap, but the candle closed up here. So it's simply just too close. And I don't know if I would have held for true day open. Maybe, actually. It's possible, maybe. I don't know if it has what it takes to get up there, though. It may just want to run the buy side here. And I wouldn't want to take a trade now targeting true day once we take out the buy side. If I was long here, I at least could have maybe broke even or partialed and then left runners or something. But protraction model, though, it's possible always. If I bought the order block, is this something I want to do? I don't think so. We'll wait. One of the worst opens in a while. Why couldn't it slip me more to profit? I bet if I was long, it was... Everyone thinks the market's against them. It's just doing its thing. I think that was news or something. I don't know. I actually don't see anything. I think it was just volatility on the micros. I mean, it wasn't anything that crazy. It was just fast. 60. I guess it was a 60-point candle. I'm in long since 6:30 on the Nasdaq, targeting top of the range. What do you think? I'm assuming you mean here. If I were you, I think it's pretty safe to just sit at break even and see what happens. I wouldn't look to close now because there's still a lot of potential. It may fall short, but it's about risk to reward, in my opinion, when you make a decision like that. What was it? I think it was just volatility, just candlestick volatility. This protraction isn't really good enough. Considering a scalp like this, 1.5R, actually not a bad setup. ES is a lot cleaner. You've been pretty patient thus far, doing a good job. I think this may speed up higher. Okay, I could take a protraction from here for sure. That's something I for sure could do. 10-15 as well. 10-15 goes down and flips, so that's for sure something I could engage with. So it's the first nice fair value gap we've gotten. So if we got an order block here, I think something as simple as this would be something worth engaging for me. Get a nice closure. I think, I don't know what chart is the cleanest. They're all ugly, if I'm being honest. YM's also expanding higher with SMT with 945. Yeah, 1007 didn't take, so there's low SMT there. Yeah, I would trust if we got an order block here. Let's see. Giveaway winners were announced on Twitter for Funded Next. For the April one, they were announced in Discord. You were in a perfect position. Short or long? Oh, if you got stopped out long and then it goes. Yeah, that would be quite frustrating, I suppose. Yeah, I'd be frustrated a little for sure. If we get a strong candle here, I'll get in long. I passed the account you won on Friday giveaway. Nice, bro. Congrats. Hopefully you can make some money with that account. It's not going to close above on this candle. And if the next candle does it, it may be too high. Mark is just making it very difficult for us. Wouldn't trust the order block now. So it's no speed. The more I flip charts, the more unclear it gets. We'll just wait. ES formed protraction model. Never a long on ES. ES the more bullish asset here? No, it's still NASDAQ. I mean, they're pretty much in sync. I mean, they're both above org 830. I think ES is a little more bullish right now. 30-second on NQ. Looking at these two candles, which is just this candle. And I want to potentially consider a protraction above it. I think just staying on the 30-second chart makes the most sense here. This would be a nice 1-hour trade. This candle can keep going. I'll hop in. I just don't like that there's SMT here. So I want to see some follow through. Maybe put a buy stop at 905. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna put a buy stop at 905. All right, taking my first trade of the day. This is a 30-second protraction model to true day opening price. See how it goes. Stop is 879. This is MNQ, yeah. So I'm buying it off of the 30-second order block. I like the structure here. Could always break even and look for high of day as well. It's always a possibility. Like if it starts showing some pretty good strength. I think ES will reach 7268 with relative ease. So, and this was a part of the plan. Remember I said like if we get that expansion, I won't trade that, but if we get a protraction from it, then I could always take a protraction to true day open. So I like the model. I like the patience. I like the breaker. Only thing I will say here is S&P 500 is definitely more bullish right now. In fact, it's almost already at true day open. That's the only red flag in this trade. ES is more bullish. Hopefully Nasdaq can play some catch up here. See some larger candles. Yeah, ES is. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like that ES is about to hit true day. YM is also. Oh wow, look at YM pivoted higher. Yeah, I think we're definitely aligning with order flow nicely. Let's see if Nasdaq can get some ghost. Not ghost. What's the word? Ghost? Not ghost. Like some rush speed or something. Similar to the others. So I'm anticipating these three candles to support higher prices. So draw it like this. Pyramid of body closure above here potentially. We got it on this candle's close. So on ES right now, hypothetically would be just like right about here. Digging pretty deep into these three candles, not a good sign. Looks like we may make a lower low, possible. I still like the idea of this low being intact for us to run true day. Next couple candles will decide. We just put in a 1 minute bearish, so actually we didn't. But there's a Sibi here, so if we can get above that, we could maybe even trust the trail here if we got above here. Maybe a pyramid potentially if it happens. I don't think it'd be a 50% reduction though. That'd be 17. Go this way. It'd be 9. That's not enough. Maybe 3. We have the high of day here at 6.6. So I'm gonna set this here just in case we get some like really strong expansion. But obviously I'm just looking for true day open as the main target. I just don't want to set my TP there and then we get really strong candles. I don't want to close the position then. Want to see us get above this, and ultimately a body closure. We have the equal highs here still. 50%. I kind of want to stick to the trade idea. Be interested in closing early, but I anticipate high resistance anyways, so I'm just submitting to the trade idea completely. And 30 is approaching. This 15-minute closure would be pretty important. Look how much ES is more bullish compared to NQ here. Right, on ES, look at this 15-minute candle. It's all the way, it's fully bullish, full bullish body all the way here. And if you look at the YM, similar scenario, the 15-minute candle is very bullish. On the NASDAQ, it's kind of weaker, which is a little bit, not ideal. I'm hoping it can play catch up in wanting to also trade near the true day opening price. Definitely sitting in some consolidation. Not surprised. 15-minute candle might even close bearish on the NASDAQ, while on ES it's completely above its opening price. I like that my stops at the 15-minute candle low, so I mean that's nice. 1 minute till the next candle open. Not really confident in my stop going into 10:30. It's possible 10:30 does expand. 30-minute candle is also really kind of in shambles for NQ. I think this gets us out here anyways. Okay. Well, we're out there. I'm open to trying again. I'm a little bit cautious. Whoa, okay. This could potentially change things. So now it looks like ES might want to be flipping its candle. Oops. Let's see what this wants to do. Going into 10:30. This may be a buy slip for me. Um, couldn't get above the buy side. 30-minute power of 3 now. 30-minute goes down. ES was definitely the better long. Something I'll put in my journal for sure. Because on ES, I mean, we'd still be in the trade almost at TP. In fact, ES is forming protraction long here. Trust something like this potentially. Slow trend up. Yeah, I think it's a slow trend up. Nasdaq's behind. ES is going to start hitting objectives. I think NQ wants to play catch up here. If it gives me a strong candle closure, I would probably, not probably, I will re-enter. Um, of this. There's S&T at the high. NQ is the weaker asset though, so I do want to be a little bit cautious in that. Already too slow. The trade I took was a candle closure and 1019. 1019. That would have been here. My stop would have been here, 4 points. Yes, I mean we would have hit TP on ES well before hitting. I mean ES didn't even hit stop loss yet. Considering I'm gonna buy this, yeah. Okay, we're gonna try one more time, guys. This will be my last trade of the day, and pretty much same as last time, except this candle is 1030. So seeing an expansion supports us a little bit more. Looking for the true day opening price and potentially a new high of day. ES takes out some buy side there. Definitely trading the weaker asset. Could get a full 15-minute engulfing here. But yeah, this will be my last trade of the day. And I'm just really looking for 931. And then we'll go from there. YM is flying higher as well. It's a good sign. Dollar index, I mean, it's making lower lows. And ES obviously bullish. So hopefully we can get some NASDAQ juice. Juice, that was the word I was looking for. Juice. Take out these equal highs at least, I would say. At least. And then whatever happens, we'll review our trading after and see. I don't see any reason for this to return lower. So if we go any lower, really, I just don't think it's the best trade. I think the 15-second chart's pretty interesting. We can watch that. If we got above here, that'd be a really good sign. Speed here is important. We bought it off the inversion. Lower low. I'd really demand it kind of go higher here. I'll submit to the trade idea, but if it doesn't go higher here, it would not look good. NY.AM is still making higher highs. Ugh. The fact that it's making a lower low here is not a good sign. Trading all the way back to the bottom of the inversion fair value gap. Bodies are still inside, but usually you'd want to see it respect the upper portion. Could still respect it, but and in fact, I would probably extend it up into here. And I like my stop loss at least in terms of using the inversion. Put this here for now, just so I have the level. Well, the bodies are still in the upper portion of this entire range until we make a higher high. Not really convinced. And higher high with a body too. None of the wicks we've kind of been dealing with. No body higher high. Just a wick. And Q's still showing weakness. Getting somewhat confident in a stop loss here at 881. I think the pyramid makes sense. A little bit too far for a pyramid. But at least we can reduce our downside. 881, 5-minute low. So our downside's been reduced at least by 14 points. Hoping to just see this flush. Considering just took out the equal highs. Oh, whoa, very strong reaction after the equal highs. Could be possible to look for a pyramid in here. This bullish fair value gap. If we can, I don't know if I'll be able to find something that makes sense though. Great pyramid. I'm gonna leave that there in case, depending how we trade there, I may want to get out. I think ES can definitely clean up some of these objectives. See a couple things ES could reach for. Right now, ES is above 530. That would be right here. So if NQ can get here, I mean, I'm confident in higher. Yeah, just wait and see. I like the reaction there. 15-second closure above. If we get above here, that's break even pretty much. So waiting for closure here. 30-second OB. I think if I was going to pyramid, I should have done so here at 911. Now it's already 6 points higher, which I don't like. Don't think I want to close this at true day. I'll definitely trail to 895. It's new 5-minute low. No, it's not actually. YM pivoting lower. We could just take it at one at least true day here. See if this gap can hold higher prices too. Would be a good sign. Use the old inversion. That's what I use for entry. I mean, should have pyramided here, and then I would have really managed it a lot better. I think ES has a lot of objectives, so I don't really want to close. I'm hovering this. It's tricky. Let's get a fib extension here and see what makes sense. Five days quite expensive, if I'm being honest. Could trend into lunch. I think it's worth the risk. There's a lot of upside potential. I mean, from true day to high of days, 35 points. It's pretty significant. I'm going to cancel this. I think I'm willing to just accept it. I mean, at least for ES to take some of these highs out. I mean, ES has a lot of built up liquidity here. I think ES has no problem getting there. If you're uncomfortable with the previous loss that we incurred, I know some people are copying, not that I recommend it. You can always recoup that loss here, and it'd actually be up just a little bit. I'm thinking I'm just going to be holding this because I'd be comfortable, honestly. If it came back and stopped me, I would be down on the day 1%. I mean, on my live account, a little bit less, 0.75 or whatever 100 divided by 150 is. So this I'd be down like 67%, and I'm comfortable with that. What I'm not really comfortable with is if this was just to run. Now it is slowing down here, which I actually don't like. So we'll just wait a bit. In worst case, we incur a 1% loss, looking for another 1% gain, right? Because 899 to true days 32. Yeah, I mean. So I'm gonna hold for now. Comfort definitely plays a role in this. Like, you have to be okay ending red potentially. It's just something you have to practice. There's true day open. I'm really looking at ES here, see if it gives me a reason to get out that I wouldn't be opposed. 950. The high was taken here. Could snipe just an aggressive trail as well, like 921. I think that's something I'm more comfortable with. 2175. Because I think that would recoup for me. Honestly, what happened with the first trade was, I'm not going to say unlucky. Sorry, let me just see if there's an SMT there. I think I'm happy with this. The first trade wasn't unlucky, but like it would have hit TP on ES. And I think this will get me out here most likely. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd want to be in. It's a pretty strong reaction. If that SMT wants to hold for us, they can rally up higher. If we got above here, I think we'd be pretty safe. I'll trail to 924. Seven points away. Hopefully this next candle can flush higher. Yeah, the first trade, I mean, it's not unlucky, but it hit TP on ES. ES simply just went straight up to TP, and that's what I was expecting on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq saw a more exaggerated run lower, and that's fine. I mean, I did identify that NQ was more bullish, or sorry, ES was more bullish, and I also did identify that it was high resistance. So it's on me for deciding to play. So I'm not mad about it, but I don't want to adjust. I don't want to trade this trade the way I would, just because that one was a little bit unfortunate. So I like a higher high. They can both do it. YM is doing its own thing. Not even gonna check at this point. Now, if this starts giving up the ghost, that's where I might say, okay. Even considering a trail to 931, yeah, I think I'd want to get out here, most likely. Not most likely. It's an aggressive trail, but kind of just demanding it goes right away. So putting my stop loss at a 15-second low and just demanding that it, kind of wants to go above this high and stay above. Otherwise, this will drop and tag me out, and it wasn't the worst trading day, and I'm happy with that outcome. Also seeing this 15-second inversion, so it looks like we want to get below that. And I think that's a good reason. It's a good reason to get out. So pretty much break even on the day, just very slight green. I like my trading. Could have argued not trading today, probably, and that would have maybe even been better than what I did. I think I had the right idea, targeting true day open here. I'm happy I re-entered 1030 power of 3. Could have maybe just waited for 1030. 1019 wasn't really, and I will admit that wasn't a part of my plan. I told myself to focus on 30-minute power of 3 setups and macro delivery, and this trade did not fall into that. And the 1030 trade did. So I would say that was probably my downfall today. I simply didn't really stick to my plan. Taking a trade at 1019, 1020, it's not something you want to do, especially if it's like a condition like this. So that's definitely what I'm going to put into my journal. This could potentially make a new high of day. Definitely got a little bit fearful seeing YM go lower and seeing NES kind of give up its leading. Not an easy day. Happy to walk away. Just ever so slightly green. Um, 0.15%. W trade, it was okay. Looking to short 7273 with a stop. Nice. Good luck. How did you guys do today? Paper? No, this is a live account. If you were short 82. If I was short 82, I would close manually. Short 82. 82? Wait, what's 82? SMT indicator name? It's this one. Yeah, I think no trade was probably the best. Or that 1030 power of three. I think that one was a very good trade. Don't trail too aggressive to spin a run. It's possible. You may be right. Definitely trailed aggressively there, but I think I'm happy with just ending it break even. Given that I already made a mistake. Maybe it's me just justifying. I don't know. Who knows? But nonetheless, let's start journaling. So, 2 trades today. Yeah, not the happiest with the first trade. Obviously would have played on NQ or ES, but still it wasn't a 10-30 minute power of three idea. First trade was from 1020 to 1029. So let's start the journal here. So trade number one was a loss. And I lost. Let's do some math here. 27904 minus 27878. That'd be 26 times 2 times 2 minus commissions. Let's call it minus, so we lost. Definitely gonna go. I mean, I was anticipating low resistance conditions, but market plan was there. The trade rating, yeah, like I'm gonna have to give it a 5. The idea was really good for trade one. The target was really good. The timing wasn't there. Um, didn't break any rules. Really, the only confluence was SMT as well. I mean, there was no opening price, no org, just SMT and looking for a 30-minute. It was a protraction model. So that trade was from 1020 to. Let me show you guys my journal here. This could potentially go. I'm not interested. 1020 to 1029 a.m. Execution rating. Hard to say. I mean, could I have closed? If I would have realized it wasn't a good trade according to my plan, I should have closed. I didn't realize it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a 5, probably. Trade notes. This did not fall into my pre-market plan. 10:20 a.m. is not AM 30 PO3 open. Should have waited for a better time. I'm stuck to the plan. I will note ES would have hit TP, not even coming close to stops. It was more bullish. This was just SL hit. Possibly could have managed by closing early if I would have realized. I was not in plan. And that's what I'll leave with that. Yeah, distribution. Anything I want to add there? I will say for sure that, you know, the draw was really strong and I was aligning with the right direction. Just not the best setup. The edge is at 10:30, and that's really what I want to just say. And then I'll save that. Now let's journal our winning trade, which was entry time was 10:32. A lot better of a time to get into the market when you're anticipating a distribution. Exit was 10:48. This is a 1050 macro protraction model. I will tape read this with you guys to high of day. SMT, if we get speed here, that's a confluence. And then we're sponsored by True Day. Oh, I guess the other trade was sponsored by True Day as well. I'll tape read this with you guys, so we'll just watch that. But as for the journal, pretty much the same trade this time around. P&L. Let's do some math here. If we lost 106, that means 106 plus 22 would be 26, 128. This trade rating, I'm definitely going to give it a better rating just because it was 1030 power 3, but I will admit the confirmation wasn't the best. As for execution, I think I managed it pretty well. Not the cleanest setup, but very good target and very good timing. And I'll leave it at that. Aftermath, I'll say TP hit, manual close. And Aftermath kind of, you know, ran against me after a few minutes, reaching 2-day open. And that's a pretty easy journal there. So we'll save that. I'll put executions later. So how did you guys do today? I entered buy and I had 0 seconds to put a stop loss, and that just happened. You got absolutely destroyed. Apologies. My journal is my own website, so it's not there for anyone. No, I was trading my live account today. The crash is coming. I feel it. Yeah, I just want to put out there that we never formed the OB, so technically that would have never been a protraction model long. So if anyone took that, just want to put out there that my model did not form. Yeah. Guys, after starting trading 2 months ago and got my first funded Friday, what risk could I put on the account? Brother, if you have to ask somebody what you should risk, it clearly tells me that you did not do your homework, brother. You did not do your homework. What do you mean, what should I risk? What does your model tell you you should risk? What do your results and data tell you that you should risk? If you have no idea because you haven't started trading, I would just pick any number and see where you get your information from there. You think it'll dump now? I think it's possible. I mean, in my opinion, I think high days probably more likely than 930 lows. I mean, lunch reversal is always possible, I guess. We did go above the true day open, swept the RTH buy side. The fact that we're back below it is a pretty good sign that we may rally lower. See, we took the buy side here, broke back below. The breaker would be here, though. I'd say probably if we got below here, and that's where I'd be confident in this. Or if we got a protraction model. I personally wouldn't trust that break, but I would trust a protraction. Would it engage with it? Whoa. May engage with it. To be honest, I just don't want to journal a third trade, so I'm not going to engage. But something like this, I don't think would be the worst. It looks like a lunch. Lunch may want to print a reversal. It seems like some news is potentially on your side as well. I don't know if that's a factor. I've never studied that. This looks like it's going to rip. I'm just looking at the candles and the speed here. It looks like it's going to rip. But obviously, people are going to FOMO in here and chase it. And they may win, they may lose. I don't know, but we can study the protraction on the 15th, which would be this. Um, well, there you go. Did anybody short that? I don't even think that was news, to be honest. I think that was just, oh, our air defense systems are currently responding to a missile threat. I mean, maybe. I don't even think that was really news. Opposite of oil, yeah, oil's going up. CPI next Monday? What? Really? Tuesday. Tuesday CPI. That will be fun. Okay, they had the best two trades today and ended up break even. Look at Discord. I will look shortly. Still feel like the market was waiting for it. It's predictable. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's possible. Did Trump say it? Wasn't Trump just some? Again, I mean, it's just volatility is what it is, but it's I don't know. At 10:56, they said there was a missile threat somewhere in the UAE. I think that means Iran is striking something. Short 7562 with 3 point stop. Nice, good luck. Also, could have just been sweeping lower here and then run the new high of day. The session overall has been pretty bullish, so I wouldn't jump any conclusions. And again, doesn't really matter. What is your model to chase price when it goes down? What's your model? Like people here are just gonna chase because they saw it go down quickly, right? You have to still follow your plan, right? Were you waiting for something and then looking for a short at this time, targeting X level, or were you just trading and then oh we're going down, let me sell this. I knew this was gonna happen. It's gonna take out everything. That's not a model. That's just luck. Like you gotta have a plan. Are you doing screenshots of your buys? Yes, every day. It's on Twitter. If you want the stuff in my journal, it's all on Twitter, and I'm gonna go post these trades on Twitter as well. Let me just sign into my live account here so I can get the executions. So again, you still need a model, right? Like people just see this and they get so excited. I'm not saying it won't go lower. I'm not saying it can go higher. What I'm saying is just because the market went quickly lower doesn't mean that's a signal to get in short, right? It depends on. It's just chasing. That's the definition of chasing, right? You're just showing a price it goes down. You're like, oh, I think now it can go all the way down here. You start justifying the trade after, but in my opinion, you want to be justifying before. Like you want to say, I think this can happen, so if I see this, I'll enter short. Not, oh, we're going down now. I see it. Today opened, and unless you were 50-50 and waiting for a clearer narrative. So, um, I will. I definitely still see these equal lows down here. I just think it's a lunge reversal is possible, but seems like it's going to be way more difficult than anticipated. Let me download this image. So for me, if I saw a protraction here, that's where I would probably trust it to run lower, and I may execute. Not on my live, but I have to. Oh, I already signed out now. It's over. Like I think a protraction short here could be very strong. Just really showing that it's gonna likely continue. Um, they May 4th. I'm just journaling on Twitter. So that's Twitter journaling that. It's on Twitter now. If you're curious, the pre-market plan was also on Twitter. Everything's on Twitter. Um, as a reminder, guys, if you guys ever use my code with any prop firm, also Luca, I wouldn't get trade scale yet. Just give it a little bit longer. Trust me, something a lot better is coming. Not that trade scale doesn't work, but just wait. I will say, if you guys use my code with any prop firm, make sure you message me on Discord. I always run giveaways every month. Last month we had like 25 winners or something. So let me know if you guys use my code with any prop firm. Um, yeah. If you plan on trading with Alpha, now would be probably a better time, given that they have 25% off their new plan. I do mean it when I say their new plan, I think is their best plan. Um, I definitely think it's their best plan. So this was like pretty much like we planned today, right? I said I wanted to target true day open potentially if we expanded, and I said I want to focus on 30-minute power 3 setups. This is pretty much as textbook as it gets. 10:30 opens lower with an SMT. Order block to true day. Very small trade idea, but nonetheless very high probability in my opinion. It was just about 1R. And we got that run and we closed out, in my opinion, nicely. Didn't really show the strength that I wanted to see. Was it an aggressive trail? Yes. But like I said, I also felt like the first trade was bad, and I kind of wanted to make up for that mistake of taking a trade outside my plan. So I'm just having I'm fortunate to have that. Um, as for potentially getting in short here, it's something I may consider. You see a nice order block. Just not quite seeing it, honestly. I think it also could get quite choppy in here. I'm a little bit skeptical. At least we're on a one win streak. Today was definitely a lot more difficult than I expected. Was definitely just expecting it to be more easy, but need a prop firm with manual lockout function. So Lucid Tradeify for me. Any thoughts? You can use Lucid. Nothing wrong with Lucid. There's manual lockout on all the accounts now because Tradeify has manual lockout too. So even if you get a prop firm with anyone, what Trade Copier is coming, it's just an upgraded version of TradeScale. TradeScale still works, still use it, but there's going to be a better one, just faster. Gatie, on the new Apex, can I pass in 2 days instead of the previous rule, which was 1 to 7? Brother, you can pass in 1 day. I don't know who told you it's 7 days, but as long as you use a code, a discount code, you can pass in 1 day, or 2 or 3. It's completely up to you. What is lockout? Like you can click a button that makes it so you can't trade anymore for the day, so you can stop yourself. What's so not worth? If you need one now, yeah, you can get it. But if you have the patience, I personally would recommend you wait like 1 week. What's the difference with the advanced plan? Advanced plan, you can request 45K max. Well, I guess let's say one account, so 15K max. Advanced is more expensive. Premium, the difference is the max payout's less. Max payout's less, but it's cheaper. So if you don't plan on going for a big payout, then I wouldn't recommend it. I don't use advanced. I don't see myself building an account to $15,000. It's not my style. I'd rather just take what I can get easy. maybe one day, but so it just depends how aggressive you are. If you're gonna request a 15K payout, which means you have to make 30K, you're obviously gonna be over leveraging, and really just gambling is what I would like. You'd be gambling the accounts. There's not gonna be proper risk management being followed. You'd have to win consecutively over leveraged trades. It's not my style. I don't trade well when I do that. I'll probably just lose and blow everything. I got 5 accounts, so kind of just want to trade all the same, but maybe just wait a week. Is it with what firm? If you have Tradeify accounts, you can always just trade on Tradeify for now. But yeah, I would wait. Let's do a meeting at 11:15. So I posted everything on Twitter if you guys want to see my personal journal. It's about as transparent as it gets for me in my live account. All my journals, all my outlooks, all my losses, all my wins, all my entries, and my reflections. I did a weekly reflection last week. Last week was a little bit tough. All my targets were hit. Couldn't hit TP though. But I think this is a pretty good start. One bad trade at the start of the session, but we managed to recoup, keeping the idea. I think this looks like it can potentially flush down. It also looks like it can stay 50-50. No, not paper today. I won't be on paper for a while again. So I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. I will see you guys live tomorrow. PM session unlikely today. Maybe unlikely because I don't like trading PM when AM has no imbalances. Like, how do you get your raise to text to be like pinned to the side? So I'm gonna show you. Ready? So I have my toolbar. I'm gonna click horizontal array. I'm gonna pin it. Let's say I want to pin it right here, right? And then I go to type and just put it to middle right. So whatever I put here, it'll show up here. If I move this to like bottom left, then it'll get put here. I don't know if that helps. You gonna trade anymore today? Unlikely, very unlikely. It's just not clean enough, and I'm honestly just happy to walk away and come back to an easier day. I just don't like the lack of fair value gaps here. That's what I'm hesitant about. This price action looks a little bit cleaner, but this, to me, I wouldn't be surprised if it just edges targets and there's no fair value gaps here. It's just a bunch of nothingness. It doesn't look like an impactful day is what I'm trying to get at. Like, I don't think there's any like, oh, this is the run, we're going to get this. If I was going to trade, these equal lows are like kind of screaming at me, but I'm not really bearish. So the only reason I would expect this to get taken is because we just went down right now. And that's not good enough for me. It's just not good enough. Maybe the 15-minute CISD, if that closes bearish, then, funny enough, you could actually take like a 1-hour trade like this, which I actually don't think is a bad trade at all. It's actually not a bad setup. To the equal lows, 15-minute. It's a very wide stop, but I think it makes sense. Realistically, your stop could be here. So you could squeeze out pretty decent, 1.25 R. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. I'll see you guys live tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace. What did we react of? I mean, in my opinion, we hit True Day Open, which is always going to be a premium. So call it what you want. 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Hit the top. True Day Open. Took the buy side. And then, get back below it. Used it short. So that's how I see it. But it's up to you guys. Appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe. And peace.